Princess Leonor's earliest crush memories, the secret no one can confirm before she became Spain's future queen, before the military uniform, before the royal oath, before millions began watching her every move. Princess Leonor was simply a girl growing up and discovering the complicated world of emotions. And like so many teenagers, there may have been a moment when someone caught her attention, someone who made her smile a little differently, someone who made an ordinary day suddenly feel extraordinary. But here's where the mystery begins. Who was the first person to make the future Queen of Spain feel that way? Was it someone from her school years? Someone completely outside the royal world? Or is this one secret Leonor has managed to protect from the cameras? The truth may surprise you. Today, Princess Leonor is one of the most recognizable young royals in the world. But growing up, she wasn't simply preparing to become queen. She was also learning how to be a teenager. She had friends. She attended school. She experienced the excitement and awkwardness of growing up. And somewhere along the way, like countless teenagers before her, she may have experienced those first innocent feelings of attraction. But Leonor's situation was completely different. Imagine having your first crush while knowing that almost anything you do could eventually become public. A simple smile could become a headline, a friendship could become a rumor, and a photograph taken at the wrong moment could trigger endless speculation. For the future queen, privacy has always been precious. And that may explain why her earliest romantic memories remain so mysterious. Over the years, royal watchers have searched for clues. A familiar face, a friendly conversation, a moment of laughter. But here's the problem. A clue isn't proof. There is no confirmed public information identifying Princess Leonor's first crush or revealing a specific childhood romance. And that means the internet is left with something it doesn't particularly like: a mystery. Every time Leonor appears beside someone close to her age, curiosity naturally follows. Who is he? How do they know each other? Could there be something more? But the reality is much simpler. Sometimes a smile is just a smile. Sometimes a friendship is just a friendship. And sometimes the most interesting story is the one we simply don't know. Yet there is something fascinating about imagining that behind the carefully controlled image of a future queen, there may be memories that are completely ordinary. Memories of laughter, friendship, embarrassment, and perhaps a first crush. Think about how different Leonor's life is from that of an ordinary teenager. Most young people can have private conversations with friends. They can develop feelings without the world analyzing every detail. They can make mistakes. They can change their minds. But Leonor's future is already written into history. One day, she is expected to become queen, and when that happens, her personal life will attract even greater attention. That makes the question of her earliest crushes even more intriguing, because whoever that person may have been or whether there was anyone at all, they may represent a part of Leonor's life that existed completely outside the crown. A moment before duty took center stage, before every public appearance carried political and historical meaning, before she became the woman Spain expects her to become. And perhaps that is why people remain so curious. They aren't only interested in a royal romance. They're fascinated by the person behind the princess. So, did Princess Leonor have a childhood crush? The honest answer is, we simply don't know. There is no verified public record revealing the identity of a first crush. And perhaps that mystery is something worth respecting, because in a life where almost everything is watched, photographed, and discussed, having a few memories that remain private could be incredibly valuable. Maybe Leonor remembers someone who made her laugh. Maybe she remembers an embarrassing moment she would never want the world to know about. Or maybe her earliest crush was nothing more than a fleeting teenage feeling that disappeared as quickly as it arrived. Whatever the truth may be, only Leonor knows. And perhaps one day, years from now, when Queen Leonor looks back on her journey, she won't remember the headlines. She won't remember the cameras. She won't remember the endless speculation. Maybe she'll remember something much simpler. A face. A smile. A moment. A feeling. A memory from a time when she wasn't the future queen, but simply Leonor. And that may be the greatest mystery of all. Because while the world waits to discover the woman who will wear the crown, the most personal memories of the girl she once was may remain hers forever. So tell me, do you think Princess Leonor's earliest crush memories will ever be revealed? Or will this remain one royal secret that the world will never uncover? Subscribe and stay tuned, because the story of Spain's future queen is only beginning.